Good morning. It's actually Monday morning. It's not Sunday. We're very busy at the weekend. We're busy girls. You're listening to Crypto Divas with me, Gillian Gotts and Liina Last-Bilson. And it is the 18th of February. Woo! So what's been happening the last week? It's been a bit crazy. Well, I go first. I got one little piece. I know you have it too as well. It's the JP Morgan piece. And I'm an ex-JP Morgan girl. So I went, oh my God, they've launched their coin. Jamie Dimon, the biggest critic, going, and now they have this coin that it's to, obviously, as you read too as well, it's to settle payments internally. They've got about 8 trillion every day going around their payment system, so it's going to make a lot of sense, save them a lot of money, I would imagine. And there's I forget the chap's name who's leading up. Jamie hasn't made any comment on this, our good friend Jamie Dimon. But the interesting point is that A, it seems a dry begs the question: is Ripple now under threat? So I don't know. Were you following that story?
A little bit. Well, I saw it and I thought, ha ha ha, no big news. Of course they're doing it. And ever since he started saying that Bitcoin is a scam and they were buying like a week after, that makes sense. But yeah, the Ripple being in threat, to be honest, I don't think that there needs to be one currency that's doing like internal banking stuff. Banks can build their own blockchain if they're doing internal processes. There's no need for the Ripple in that sense. So,
yeah.
I suppose on another note, if it's not your core business, then outsource. So I suppose some banks will develop it internally and some will maybe use Ripple, or some already are. But yeah, I wasn't surprised at all.
Okay. Well, I was like, yeah. I laughed so hard because I have this journalist friend of mine who thinks it's all a Ponzi scheme. He totally believes Jamie Dimon, the whole thing. And I've been saying, let me speak at the next forum. And again, the next forum, blockchain, Bitcoin is not on it. I'm really cross because he promised me a speaking slot. But I'm going to be in South Africa talking about blockchain. So, that kind of says it all. You can't have me a local Irish one, but I'm going to go to South Africa and I'm going to fly me out and put me up to talk about blockchain and Bitcoin. So, what does that mean?
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Well, talking of sort of big businesses in blockchain, I found this news article on CoinDesk that Apple hints at behind-the-scenes blockchain work in a new SEC filing. So there's nothing concrete there. However, it does sort of indicate that they're doing something in supply chain management. Of course, they have a lot of problems with where are Apple products and their parts coming from, are they produced by children, so on and so on. And so it is, its relations with supply chain providers, and the document is largely a description of Apple's efforts to ethically source these materials. And it does mention blockchain in it.
Yeah.
So,
what next? iChain next. They're all saying iChain. Yeah. And I saw too as well. There, you may. I don't know these guys. You may know them. Rakuten. It's a Japanese e-commerce company. They're like Japanese. You know them, the Japanese Amazon, and they're going to be accepting Bitcoin. We reckon. They last August they acquired the Japanese cryptocurrency exchange Everybody's Bitcoin for 2.4 million. So they're making noises about accepting that. I mean, they might beat Amazon to the point there. And it's interesting, their net income in 2018 was $1.3 billion, and that's up 28.4% over 2017. So when big giants like that are making noises, it's happening.
Well, Rakuten is, it's quite a cool story. I like it. They started as an affiliate marketing website, and now they've grown and they're like taking up everything. So with the Black Insurance, the project I was working with, we were actually talking to them for investment. But they have an investment fund that focuses on insurance and fintech. And at that time, the tokens were a problem for them. But yeah, I think they're launching some TV networks in Europe soon. They have e-commerce, they have like credit cards, insurance in Japan. They like own everything. So
wow. That's so cool.
Yes, started with like 2 guys setting up a website for affiliates. So that's cool.
That's a great story, isn't it?
Yeah, you can make it big.
Yeah. And then I saw Coin Mama, they have a breach. And the breach they have is like the MyFitnessPal breach. They've got all the emails and stuff like that. But there's 450,000 users affected apparently. But they're saying that unlike like the MyFitnessPal breach, which was, the people tried to scam people afterwards by saying, I've been watching you watch porn, whatever, and here's your password, so you know that it's true. But of course, people who haven't set up the TIA2FA, the two-factor authorization or authentication, they might withdraw from their account. So Coin Mama not doing so well at the moment.
Yes, this is kind of an unusual story now. It's like how you get used to, the hacking and stuff. When it stops surprising you, there is still a lot wrong in the industry. Here's another one. So Neo Blockchain is opening an office in Seattle. Headed by an executive. So I was talking to them a few months ago. They asked for help promoting their event in Seattle. And they said yes, because there's a lot of developers around there. They want to do a conference. And now this all makes sense. So the conference was yesterday. And in February 16, they've sent out a press release that they're opening a development head office over there. So that is fun times. They are launching their sort of Neo 3.0 as well, an upgrade that should bring faster transaction speeds. So interesting to see where that goes.
Yeah, I saw that too. And Microsoft ex-executive John Vadosi, I think, is heading it up. But so yeah, like Neo. I used to write for Neo Daily last year, and I have to say, nice people, nice community. So it's always nice when there's a community around blockchain. I always think. That's why I like the EOS guys, because they're so strong on community. It's really nice.
Yeah. And
then of course the Bitcoin, the price has eased a bit, and there's all these predictions coming out. And Zhu Fa, who is the co-founder of the mining pool Pulin in China, he reckons that the market cap, which is at the moment 1 to 1 billion, whatever, it's going to go to 12 trillion. He says, no time frame, but getting very bullish. And the Winklevoss twins, they're saying it's going to be 4 trillion, not as much. And Draper says it's going to be 50,000 per Bitcoin by 2022. And he reckons 80 trillion market by 2033. So a lot of very bullish predictions coming out. It's amazing how the market sort of stabilizes and goes up a little bit. Everything gets on to the moon.
It's pretty crazy, yes. Yeah, so I also found this kind of funny story. So Brock Pierce is, arguing with people on Twitter. Who knows how much of this is true? So the founders of Mt. Gox, he's now saying that he's going to take over, and it's not going to be filed a bankruptcy, and they're going to do a new sort of rebrand and get people the money back that they lost. And so yeah, there's just some sort of Twitter feud going on. He's saying that he bought them out, but turns out the papers weren't finalized. So this is, this is funny. Life in crypto, who bought what.
You think it would be immutable, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And then I saw this, I really like it. It's actually from last year. There's a piece in Crypto News by Syed Fadil Pasik, his name is, I think. But he had a really interesting thing about where people were spending Bitcoin and, over the years. And I'll just go through them very quickly. There was like Indian curry. There was a menu, 0.2 of a Bitcoin bought, $30 worth of curry. And there was a Texas dealership. They were selling Rolls Royces and Bugattis and Bentleys. And then in northern Italy, there was the Bitcoin Valley, and they were offering a discount on purchases. And in the UK, it was bitcoinestates.co.uk, which I've checked, it's not really live, but they were selling a house for Bitcoin only, and it was basically the equivalent of 900,000. I don't know how much the house was worth, but it's kind of interesting. And then there's a Bitcoin energy drink. And then in Tallinn, in Estonia, there was a sign from inside a taxi saying Bitcoin accepted. But the best one I loved of all was there was a blackboard in a restaurant in how do you pronounce it? Slovenia. Yeah, here we go. And it had, we accept Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, Litecoin, but only when Rock is working. So whoever Rock was, he obviously knew how to use them. Right? That was in Slovenia. That was just so funny. I just thought, only when Rock is working. What other news did you have?
I have one more. So Shapeshift is rebranding to a crypto exchange. And now Shapeshift is quite a cool thing, but he's also mentioning here that it's sad how like dependent all the crypto exchanges and companies are on the market price. So he's had to let a lot of people go because obviously the revenues are a lot smaller. And also he's admitted recently that it was one of the hardest decisions that he has to introduce, KYC precautions to the cryptocurrency exchange because, the regulators will just get it. But he feels like it's a morally wrong to do because the whole point is it is sort of pseudo-anonymous or depending on what coin. So, but he realized that he cannot operate without doing the KYC. So yeah, they're planning to rebrand and see how that goes.
Will they change their name?
I think so. So they have a hardware wallet, KeepKey, and so they want to, as I understand, they want to do a full-on exchange.
Wow. Okay. Because Shapeshifter, is that from Harry Potter, or what's that from?
Yeah, they were some sort of baddies there.
I think so. I can't remember. It sounds quite familiar, but very, I don't know, wizardy.
Yeah, it is kind of like in fairy tales.
So that's all my news for this week. The Jamie Dimon stuff, that just made me laugh and laugh and laugh. I went, I remember saying, wouldn't it be such fun if Jamie Dimon rocked up at the head of an ICO or an STO, whatever. He doesn't have to. JP Morgan's doing their own JP Coin, so.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, I'm not surprised.
No,
but it's still.
Yeah, that's cool. So we'll say good week, interesting week.
Yeah, I would say nothing unusual. Same old.
Yeah, same old. And we'll just make sure that Rock is working whenever we go to visit that restaurant in Slovenia that we want to pay. Hi, Rock. Big shout out to Rock. Oh, dear. That's cool. So like, share, send in questions, and maybe we'll line up a guest in the coming weeks soon as well. We'll get somebody else on here as well just to break up the news.
Yes, that would be good. I enjoy having speakers and interviewing guests. So
yeah, so we'll look for somebody. Maybe we do one a month, whatever. But anyway, so happy week, happy crypto week.
Yay! Watch us next week.